earnings, and Rane Holdings is in focus as they have put out their earnings, and this time around you have seen a fairly strong set of numbers. The top line growth has come in higher by 26%, and more importantly, the profits have risen 99%. Mr. L. Ganesh is the chairman, Rane Group, who now joins in, and thank you for being with us on ET Now. Congratulations. What has really driven your earnings right now? What has contributed to the Q4 numbers? Because it's been a phenomenal growth in your profits.
I think we had a very good quarter and a very good year ending March 2017. The basic driver in the domestic market was passenger cars. Passenger cars had a very good growth, as you know, and also the farm tractors did well. Two-wheelers kind of recovered after some hiccups due to the demonetization. So overall, except medium and heavy commercial vehicles, all the other segments did well, and that drove our growth. The other driver for our top line growth was the fact that for the year as a whole also was the fact that our new investment acquisition in the US, the full year effect of that was there. So that partly helped us grow the top line.
So give us some sort of an indication as to what have been your volumes and realizations that you witnessed this quarter.
In terms of volumes, I mean, the total growth for the group on an aggregate basis was about 24% growth for the year, and we crossed 4,000 crores sales for the first time this year. On a consolidated basis for Rane Holdings, that is about 3,000 crores. So it is overall a very good year.
What is the update then on your current order book, and tell us what are the new client additions this year that we can expect?
Well, in terms of client additions, I think it's basically the same customers. Maybe for, geographically we could have added some business with customers from US to Europe and so on and forth, but basically the customers are the same global OEMs. The growth was mainly driven by fairly strong US market, auto market, although we saw some softening towards the end, and it kind of was a bit of a dampener towards the last quarter. But overall for the year, US market continued to do well, and we also started shipping some new orders, new businesses that we had won in North America, especially in the steering side, and that helped us. We started shipping some seat belts exports from India, so that also helped the international business grow during the year.
And can you tell us what kind of growth that you've witnessed in the exports, and what are the plans to ramp up over here?
From India, so that also helped the international business grow during the year.
And can you tell us what kind of growth that you've witnessed in the exports, and what are the plans to ramp up over here?
I think the exports grew by about 15%, and we hope to sustain the same. We've got good order books. Market seems to be holding up, both in the US and in Europe. Some of our new businesses have just started. So overall, I think we continue to hope to have a good year. Okay, in terms of dollar revenue, we have some concerns with the strengthening of the rupee, but I'm hoping that as the year goes by, rupee will come back to hopefully 66, 67. That's our expectation.
Now, we also understand you sold stake in Sasmos HGT Technologies last year. Has that impacted your numbers in any way? And since you've divested stake in this company, give us the update on your plans to diversify into the aerospace and the defense business, which is showing a lot of promise.
No, we decided to exit this particular joint venture in aerospace, and we have concluded the transaction. Everything is over now. We continue to look at opportunities in some new areas, both in automotive and in aerospace also. So it doesn't mean that we are getting out of aerospace. This particular venture we sold, but we continue to look at opportunities, if any, in the aerospace area.
Fair enough. Leave us then with the 5-year strategy. Investors who want to know what the company has laid out, what are your plans, what kind of earnings growth can we expect, what's the outlook on order book, what really is the 5-year strategy for RHL Group?
5-year strategy continues to be the same. I mean, in terms of accelerating our growth by increasing our international revenue, I think currently it is around 18-19%, and we want to take it up to about 25% in the next 3 years if possible. In terms of domestic growth, we think the Indian market will continue to grow. We don't see why it will not, as long as our economy grows at the 7+%. So we will follow that growth, and we have a good position with all the leading customers, which we hope to maintain. And also on top of all this, if we get any good opportunities to acquire maybe one more in the next 3 years like we did in the US last year, plus some investments in aerospace. So this is our basic vision. Automotive will continue to be our focus, 90%, 95%, maybe 5 to 10% from aerospace, and we hope to continue to grow at this accelerated rate for the next 3 to 5 years.
Lovely interacting with you. Thank you so much for taking time out, Mr. Ganesh, and giving us a view on what was really the driver of growth and what your plan is going forward for RHL Holdings. Time for a short break right